Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, those tuning in on our love stream this morning. I have one piece of information to share with those, especially following this service online. We had a technical glitch, and the lyrics to the songs and some of the title pages and so forth will not show up on the live stream video. It's our fault. It's not your fault. So just be patient with us. And I mean, this is the third Sunday of this month, so you probably already know the songs by heart, right? So just sing along. Let's start this service with a song. Let's sing together.
It feels so good to see you, my friend, to give you a squeeze and feel your heart beat again. Here's to the good old days. There's something I want to say. Hey, would you like to come along and dance with me to this song, moving with the beat, moving from head to feet, moving. Would you like to? Kick your feet up and let off some steam. Shake out your worries, fill your bucket of dreams. When we break our hearts open wide, we see the light dancing inside. You can speak your truth. There is room here under this roof, 'cause I would like to come along and dance with you to your song, moving with the beat, moving from head to feet, moving. I would like to. To our hearts to sing along where everyone belongs. Hey, would you like to come along and dance with us to this song, moving with the beat, moving from head to feet, moving. Would you like to? Would you like to? Would you like to? Would you like to?
Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday to you all, and welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Rob Eckman, and I am your service host this morning. And whether you are joining us here in the room, I see lots of new faces, oh my goodness, or if you're joining us online, welcome. Welcome. This center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy of daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among all religions. The Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living is where transformation happens, and everyone is welcome. We know that we are all perfect, whole, and complete, and on our road to a greater spiritual experience. Our practitioner today holding high watch is Therrell Hinckley. Throughout the service, the practitioner on high watch is in prayer for us and with us. expecting the best to unfold for each of us as we share this sacred time together. And our prayer practitioner here on the podium is Selena Baugh, who also led our meditation this morning. In case you don't know, we do a meditation every Sunday at 10 here in this space. That's a wonderful way to start the morning. If you are joining us online, please take a second and type in where you're located so that we can recognize you that way as well. But wherever you're joining us from, I would like to invite you to recommit yourself, or commit yourself for the very first time, to our center's spiritual purpose by saying this statement with us, which is over here on this screen. We are an open, welcoming community, celebrating our divinity, loving our humanity, and nurturing our journeys of spiritual discovery. Thank you. And of course, you can always find out more about what's going on here at the Center for Spiritual Living by visiting our website at www.spirituallyfree.org. Well done, well done. Reverend Cindy and Bren, her wife, are en route, finally coming here together to join each other here. Reverend Cindy, of course, has been with us since January, and finally, Bren is joining her, and I think they're on the road right now. And if you're watching us from far, hello, come home now. We're ready, we're so excited that you're both going to be here together. So today, Reverend Myrna Hirst will be offering our message entitled, A Leap of Faith. And was I close? Well, you can take a leap of faith that whatever she comes up with is going to be fabulous. And Mel Soul is with us to provide our special music. Oh, what a treat. So happy to see you and that you're here with us today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think there are some newcomers today. If you are willing, would you please raise your hand so that we can recognize you? Oh my goodness, yes, hello, 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 hello. And welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We know that you will find blessings here today. Welcome to our community. Please be sure to stop by the concierge table in the lobby for some information about us, as well as a Science of Mind magazine, which has got some fantastic things inside. By way of announcements, the first one is that today, right after service, the youth church ministry is meeting downstairs in the classroom to talk about the youth church, talk about content going forward, as well as enlisting volunteers, those who would like to work with our youth. And that will happen downstairs right after the service in the classroom. This Tuesday at 7 o'clock, from 7 to 8:30, will be an online Zoom workshop called Channel Writing for Guidance and Creativity. This writing workshop will be facilitated by Agape Bay Area Center member Leslie Reed, who's been doing this kind of channel writing for many, many years. Channel writing is a form of creativity, a form of direct connection with the divine, where you can then express yourself through poetry, writing, or other forms of creativity. This is an hour-and-a-half one-time class. The love offering that is being asked for participation must be made in advance, but please know that all of those love offerings are being donated back and being split by the Agape Center and our center, the two host churches. This Friday, the 25th, at 6 o'clock, we are going to be gathering right here in this room to celebrate Golda and Gordon Olson, who we love and who have been, yes, that's you, Gordon. Yes, we are going to be here with you all to celebrate you and to just shower you with our love. In preparation for that, out on the concierge table, there are some sheets of paper and some fun colored pens where you are invited to write your memories, reminiscences, thoughts about Golda and Gordon. I've already done several of them. Just so you know, And that night will begin at 6 o'clock here for refreshments and conversation, followed by the program at 6:30, which will be emceed by Reverend Cindy and Reverend Donald Graves. For those of you who don't know, Reverend Donald has been our minister here in Salt Lake City a couple of times in the past. And he will also be offering the message on Sunday. So please plan on being here. That's going to be amazing. Oh, one last note. In lieu of gifts, the Olsons have asked that any donations made be made to the center, and that can be through text to give as well. All right. Our center, this organization, is founded on and grounded in affirmative prayer. This prayer helps us deal with whatever comes our way and helps to create a positive experience regardless of situations, regardless of conditions. We have a team of professional prayer practitioners who number 10 or so right now, 12, we have a dozen prayer practitioners, and these good people have spent years in professional training, learning to and practicing being in prayer for us and with us, and they are available to us today and always. There are several ways you can connect. Immediately after the service, prayer practitioners will be in the room right across the hall for a short prayer, or you can fill out a prayer request online, or you can fill out a prayer request here in the hall and put it in the box. And know that these practitioners will be praying on your needs for the upcoming week. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Please take an opportunity to meet with them. And you can, of course, recognize them by the beautiful purple stoles that they have over their shoulders. All right, now I invite you all to take a deep breath and relax and settle into your chairs while Selena offers our morning thought and prayer. Thank you.
Today's reading is adapted from 3 authors. I couldn't make up my mind. L.A. Paul, Martina Horner, and Jim Taylor. Living rationally and authentically, let's try this again. Living rationally and authentically means understanding that life centrally involves making leaps of faith, both small and large. The value of living is to a large extent the value of experiencing your life, whatever that experience is. You can't solve many of today's problems by straight linear thinking. It takes leaps of faith to sense the connections that are not necessarily obvious. Our leaps of faith begin with the belief that we will not be satisfied and enjoy the life we want if we simply accept our current circumstances. No one wants to look back at their life with regret for things they did or didn't do. That's why sometimes our belief that things can be better requires us to trust our instincts, have faith in ourselves, lean on those that support us, gather as much information as possible to guide us, and then step forward with boldness and confidence. This is how to ensure that your leap of faith will land you on both feet, safely on the ground, farther along toward the life you really want.
Within
open to and fully receive an ever-deepening understanding of that one presence and power that moves in and through all of life, forever expanding, creating, moving in and through every cell of every life being, whole and complete, moving with divine right action, absolute intelligence, love, compassion, strength. And just as I know this truth of the divine, I know this truth for each of us, that each of us are imbued with that power, that intelligence, that love, that compassion, and that strength. This day and always, to meet any and every challenge, to enjoy the beauty of our world and of each other, with open hearts and open minds, all is revealed and received. And I'm grateful for this knowing. I'm grateful for this time together this morning. The message that will follow, the beautiful music, and most of all, our time of communion with each other. Greeting, loving, and holding each other in the highest and the best, this day and always. For this and all the blessings that will follow this day, I am truly grateful, and I receive them with an open heart and open mind, as together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Selena. The confidence, the self-confidence, the bravery it takes to make that leap of faith, to know that all the elements are conspiring for our good. It's a brave thing. We do. I want us to sing together this song. This is called Brave Souls.
Today, searching for the perfect words to say, lingering goodbyes, but we both know it's time to fly. Horizons are calling to us, distance is quieted by trust, torn apart by miles, held together by each other's smiles. We pass with flying colors, time to turn our thinking forward. Feel the soft spray of the ocean as you turn your face toward it. Our stories make us stronger, and I know we can't afford it. Don't ignore it, let it pull me closer and closer.
Thank you. It's always my privilege to introduce our special music today. It's been such a long time since we had this young lady share her glorious music. Mel Soul is a singer-songwriter, and she attracted this beautiful band, not us. Well, we are kind of beautiful. Mel's band is called Heartbeat. They're wonderful. They're going to do some public performances September 7th for the Summit, the Park City Summit Song Summit Festival, and also the State Fair on September 16th. So, big deal, and you deserve it. Mel Soul, everybody.
I always kind of face the challenge of what's on the scene when I get here, because I just feel like everybody's heard what I have so far. So I did write a new one, but I want to save that one for the end. So this first one, I start off with my band usually. I wrote it as a breakup song, but it turned into like kind of a ritual for us as a band to start off with the song, even though it's about a sad topic, but it always links us all in together. This is the first song we kind of played as a band, so it's called Warmth.
Blue eyes in a dark dream, never could see anything. Maybe I was wrong. Any lips that are so sweet, safety in your energy. Felt like I belong, and I miss your warmth. As lonely I've been, I need to be alone. I confess, you're all I know. As lonely I've been, I need to be alone. As lonely I've been, I need to be alone. Never could get over you, a little boy in black and blue. You're all I ever wanted. Still see you every day. Wake up to your face. Heart is still on it, and I miss your warmth. As lonely I've been, I need to be alone. I confess, you're all I know. As lonely I've been, I need to be alone. As lonely I've been, I need to be alone. Your warmth, as lonely I've been, I need to be alone. I confess, you're all I know. As lonely I've been, I need to be alone. been, I need to be alone. As lonely I've been, I need to be alone. Thank you.
Now everybody can hear me, not just Mel. Okay, good. Oh, what a lovely day. First of all, I got to say, isn't this a happy place? Yeah. So just for a little minute, just sit and breathe a big Buddha belly breath into this lovely space. And feel the feeling of just being here in love. What a good place to be, yeah. So, leap of faith, huh? Well, I hope today I'm able to give you a little parachute to help you on the way down. Okay. We're going to start by playing a game. And I need your participation with this, okay? First of all, I need you to pretend with me that this is a chocolate ice cream cone. And if you know the answer to the question, you can't play. Okay. And in this hand, I've got a vanilla ice cream cone. It's a little hard to see, but they're both lovely. A chocolate ice cream cone and a vanilla ice cream cone. I would like to give you one. So, chocolate or vanilla? Choose. Some one person say, chocolate. Why? It's yummy. Anybody else? Huh? It's swirl. Oh, you want it. She wants it all. Okay, why? Because I like both. That's the wrong answer. So is this one. So who's got a right answer? Chocolate or vanilla? Choose. What? You get more pleasure out of chocolate. And behind you? She gets more of a pleasure out of vanilla. Which one of you is wrong? Do you see what we've done to ourselves? So chocolate or vanilla? Choose. Nobody's going to try it anymore. Do you want to know what the right answer is? You can. Yes, you can have one of each. Yeah, you can. But it's still the wrong answer. Because there's only one answer if you're going to choose. And that is, I choose chocolate because I choose chocolate. Anything else is not a choice, it's a decision. And you've made it based on something, haven't you? You like chocolate better than vanilla because you've tasted it before. There's something out of your past that's helped you make that decision. And the only reason I'm saying this is because this is the parachute, okay? If you make a choice, you just make it based on, I choose. And if you make a decision, it's always an answer to a why question, isn't it? It's always an answer to a why question. Where are my papers? These are not my papers. These are somebody else's papers. Oh my God, I've lost my whole talk. Nah, I don't think so. Here's what I know about us. We are meaning-making machines. And anytime anything happens, we justify it, don't we? Or we justify our perspective of it. You're wrong, so I get to be right. Okay? You don't know nearly as much as I know about life. Because that's what we're doing all the time. Humans are meaning-making machines. We love to draw lines from one thing to the next. We make meaning where others see none. We make up stories that explain why certain events happen in our lives all the time. The human brain does not like uncertainty. It makes us feel unsafe, so when our brains can come up with an answer as to why something is as it is, or why something happened the way it happened, we feel a sense of reassurance. We get to be right. Even if the answer our brains came up with is not true. Doesn't matter. The things that we believe create our reality. Have you ever heard that? Yeah, okay. The things that we decide create our reality. The stories we make up usually don't serve or in some cases can be harmful to us getting at the truth. However, when we become aware of our meaning making, we gain a tremendous amount of insight into ourselves and our limiting beliefs. You with me so far? So we're going to talk about the difference between a choice and a decision. And right away, can I tell you, you just made a decision. I don't know which one is best. Didn't you? Am I going to tell you something you don't already know? I hope so. But probably not, because you all know everything anyway. You do, you do. So let's talk first about decisions. Okay? First we talk about decisions. Decisions require data. And you know that you're making a decision anytime you answer the question why, or how, or what if. Okay? Anytime that you put something in there that wasn't in the original experience. There's a fella named Seth Godin that I listen to I get his little piece in my email every day. And he said something that really matters right now. He said, I was happy on my bike, pedaling on in a trail, when 3 spandex speedsters blew by me on their handmade carbon bikes. For a moment, I was disheartened. What's the point? They're speedy, I'm not. Decision. Then I realized that it's not a bike race, it's just a bike ride. There's no winning, just the riding. Do you see the difference? Yeah. So, I'm glad you see the difference. My first term in ministry school, my first teacher was a physicist, and we were taking a class that talked about metaphysics, which means physics outside the realm of science. But this guy was a well-known physicist. And he stood up first day in class, and what he said is, physics is useless. Physics is useless because it only measures things. And most things can't be measured, like love. That's the difference. So when we come from a place of decision making, that's where we get all the yabbits and all the shouldas. Well, yeah, I know, but I'm too old. Or I don't want to. Or vanilla sucks. Or, but I don't want to. Or, I should have chosen vanilla because it's healthier. Where did you get that idea? Okay? These are decision things. And they're okay most of the time. But sometimes, like Seth Godin, we have to realize that sometimes it's just a bike ride. And we don't need to make a decision. That's where the fun stuff comes, because when we start making choices instead of decisions, we're working with what Reverend Cindy often calls our soulful self. That person that is closer to spirit than to winning or losing. It's beyond. It takes us outside of the realm of our everyday activities. We used to say left brain, right brain. You don't say that anymore, I know, but because there's no such thing. But it was really a good idea, because in our left brain, that's our logical stuff. And it's good. We need that sometimes, don't we? We need it a lot. But when you're jumping off a cliff, what you want to do is use your soulful self to get wherever you're going. Because you're not going to have any judgments about what you're doing on the way down. And that belief system that you grew up with doesn't count. Is that a good idea? Help you make yourself, are you ready to jump off the cliff yet? Of course. Of course you are. And when you get to that place, all kinds of magic things happen. Henry David Thoreau said, I learned this, at least by my experiment, that if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common times. In other words, if you're doing this out of choice instead of belief, you've got connection with the divine. And you know what happens when that happens is that how things work out is always exactly the way that you want them to be. Always, always. It never fails. So here we go. How do we do it? Well, it's kind of easy. How do we stay in that space all the time? One of the things that I hope you're doing all the time is breathing. Mindfully sometimes. Stop a second and take a deep belly breath right now. Yeah. That's a way of saying, okay, the big things don't matter so much anymore. We did a whole class about breathing, and it's good stuff. I don't think everybody got a chance to take the class, but breathing's a good idea whether you know how to do it right or not. Okay. So breathing starts it, doesn't it? And it helps us a lot to go into prayer or to meditate or to walk in nature or to do anything that falls into the realm of things that don't get measured, like love. Prayer and meditation are important, and I hope that you have some sort of personal spiritual practice that you do every day, besides the cup of coffee and oh my God, I have to get up time now. Yeah. If you've got something that you do every day, it doesn't much matter what it is. It could be sit in the backyard and watch the trees. It could be pet the cat. It could be walk the dog. It could be just sit in silence. It could be pray, connect with the divine. Whatever it is you do to make yourself work, this is when you do it. And you do that out of choice, because it takes away all of the need to think about what you're doing, and that's why you do it. Of course, I am a real fan of something we call visioning. And some of you have done our community visioning at the first of the month. But it's another way of getting things out of the way. Because instead of, well, it's kind of a way, it's really how we got here. All of you people who are in my visioning group, yeah, this is how we got here. Because we visioned our perfect minister, and we visioned our perfect space. And here we are. Visioning is simply a way of getting ourselves out of the way. And we come to this meeting, well, okay. We tend to, like we talked a minute ago about meaning-making machines. We are. And when something comes up about, oh my gosh, we need to find a new minister, what's the first thing we do? We make a plan. And we make a list. And we put an advertisement in there, whatever it is we do. But we do that using this brain. Now, what's wrong with that is that this brain is only a part of the answer, isn't it? This brain, hopefully, is a part of a larger brain, that great mind, that divine mind, which we call God. And once we bring that mind into the equation, we begin to make choices rather than decisions. Because we can get all of our old stuff out of the way. Oh, we'll never find the right minister. We've been without one for 7 years now. There are no good ministers left. Oh, yeah? Isn't she wonderful, by the way? Yeah, she really is. Wow. I'm so glad we got her here. And y'all and I get to take credit for that. Ha! But visioning is also useful for you. I have a friend who does this all the time. He and his husband vision every day. What's this day going to be like? We start by asking, what is the highest vision for whatever I'm doing now? Yesterday we had a meeting, and we asked the question, what is the highest vision for the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living going forward? Now that we've created this, what more can we create, God? What more can we create? Not just you and me, but what more can we and Divine Mind together create for our future? I'm not going to tell you what we came up with. You get to figure that out for yourself, because you might ask yourself the same question. What is God's highest vision? God and my highest vision for the Salt Lake Center for me. What is it that I want in my spiritual life that I don't have? Or he uses it for such things as, what should we have for breakfast? It can be that simple. The idea is just to get out of the way of that old belief system that you've got and connect with the Divine Mind, and that is a wonderful way to get to that beautiful thing we call soulful living, being my soulful self. So, visioning. Now, I got to tell you that maybe you were here last week, maybe you weren't, but Reverend Cindy came up with 5 steps, 5 points that we can use to get to that soulful self place and to get beyond what we are doing. You're laughing at me. Oh, you're not laughing at me. No, of course you're not. No, but Golda and I have been friends we graduated high school together. Yeah, no fun. It goes back a ways, huh? Reverend Cindy made 5 points to get from here to there. And I'm going to repeat them because they really are good. She said, first, you have to feel your feelings. Okay? Once you come up against something that probably wants to be discussed or maybe needs to get stopped, or before you jump off that cliff, how are you feeling? Because feeling comes from choice, not from decision. You don't feel. My teacher said, you can't measure love. That's the place you want to come from when you start this thing. And then you want to be able to express those feelings out loud to yourself and maybe to somebody else. And if you're having bad feelings, the second step is to replace them with something else. Duh. If you're having bad feelings, do they need to be bad feelings? I'd bet 99% of the time that those bad feelings are coming from this little brain and probably from something that happened to you in the past. Yeah. A lot of you are going like this. I'm glad for that. Yeah. Everybody go like this. Yeah. And so we replace those old feelings with a greater truth by practicing self-love every day, some sort of spiritual practice. And that's the second step. And then after you're doing that, just didn't say did that. Well, after you've begun doing that, then you listen within. That's the third step. And pay attention to what's happening with your mind and with your body and with your body. And then, as Thoreau said, once you begin to come down that path, all kinds of things show up to support you. And you pay attention to those. You allow guidance from yourself. You allow guidance from other things that come in. Conscious awareness is a really valuable kind of way of doing this. If you're not consciously aware before you jump off the cliff, don't jump. Just not smart. And then her fifth and final and most important thing, never stop. Keep going. It's a good thing. So, has everybody got a better handle about what we're doing right now? Chocolate or vanilla? Choose. Why? Somebody? Because I choose, period. That's all there is to it, absolutely. So we're going to finish this up now. I think I've been talking probably long enough. Loving awareness. That's another way of saying choose. If I am lovingly aware of what's happening in my world, I have thrown out anything that looks like judgment or need to forgive, including forgiving myself. So kind of it helps to simplify things, doesn't it? And it makes it easy to simplify things once we get all of those things that go on in our head out of the way. Then we use the tools. What are the tools? Prayer, meditation, breathing, looking on the bright side, getting rid of all of this stuff that doesn't count. You with me so far? You know that you always get homework when I stand up here. Well, you do. So your homework for this week is be your own guru. You with me? Okay, can you do that? I want to finish with a quote that some of you who get the newsletter have seen, if you read it, but our Teresa Flanagan said this in her weekly article. She said, affirm the reality you desire. Align your consciousness with what you desire, then give it over to the universe. Now the only thing left to do is roll with it. So, roll with it. Let's pray. As I breathe into this space, the first thing I do is to feel the beauty of the people sitting next to me and around me, to the ideas that have gone through my mind this morning. I'm so grateful that we have found such a place of joy, that we have found and love each other. It is so good. I'm grateful, too, for the opportunity to serve this community and to use these tools that we have to support everyone that I meet and to accept their support for my life. I'm so grateful for Rev Cindy and her family as they're driving along the road. Imagine the commitment that it must have made for her to be here. Would you move from San Francisco to Salt Lake City? Maybe not so much, but she did. And she did because she loves this place and she loves us. And she has made such a difference in our lives. This is so good. I'm grateful for the presence of the divine in this space, within our hearts and minds, in the very air that we breathe. And we know that this is the same power and presence that creates everything, that created the universe. Creates our lives and our thoughts. And that it is good and always present right here within me, within each of you. Knowing that this divine is here where I am, as me, as you. We now set our intention, we pray, knowing that the work is done. That Cindy and her family, including the 2 dogs, are safe and happy, that the weather's good, that the ride is nice, and that they get here into their new home in peace and joy. My thoughts go to those who are in pain, ill health, or feelings of lack and limitation. For all who now need prayer. And I invite you in this moment to say into this space the names of people in this quiet moment. The words are spoken. And the law has them. And the law, that God, only says yes. So we know the work is done. And we gently release it with love. As together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I give. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so
Thank you for your contributions. You know that this flow of all good is what keeps us coming here. Knowing that we give from our heart out of a sense of love, and that these funds keep us here and keep us alive. We are experiencing great abundance in our lives right now. Abundance of joy, abundance of friendship, abundance of spirit, and abundance of plenty, prosperity. It's all good. We're grateful for those of you who give online using text to give and for the technology that allows that. We know that this supports the work of this center and that the work of this center is all good. So we bless this offering. If you would hold your hands out. Here we are. Feel this, that sense of all good flowing through this community. It is so good. We are so blessed. And so it is.
And so it is. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free, I'm released. I've been set free, I'm released. The burden of my past has gone away at last. I've been set free, I'm released. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace that shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me.
Yeah, let's hear another song from Mel Soul.
Yeah. So this new one, I suffer a lot from like anxiety, and most of where my anxiety comes from is either regretting the past or in fear of the future. And so I decided to write a song that helped me be more present in the now. And the song is called I Am Now. And I am neither brick or stone. I carved the statue on my own. I am not broken glass, someone to guard or protect. And I am not defined by label. One look, what means to enable your precious need to make me weak. Cast out another witch, as I am not before. I am not after. I am now. I am not before. I am not after. I am now. 'Cause I can see the tricks you play, each one to guard your sheep to stay. You can't survive much too long. The world has heard the same damn song. And I am not the one to lead those from music, which melody excludes us all from living fiercely as fire. Human beings, your foundation is set to fall. 'Cause I am not before. I am not after. I am now. 'Cause I am not before. I am not after. I am now. And I've seen my doubts, I've felt my fears. What was broken now doesn't live here. I've seen my doubts, I've felt my fears. What was broken now doesn't live here. 'Cause I am not before. I am not after. I am now. I am not before. I am not after. I am now. I am not before. No, I am not after. I am now. And I am not before. No, I am not after. I am now. Thank you.
Mel Soul. Amazing. That was such a perfect exclamation point on Myrna's talk, wasn't it? I'm not before, I'm not after, I am now. That song's got to go places. Just does. And Myrna, thank you for the homework, I think. I had a knee-jerk reaction, triggering moment, I guess. You said, be my own guru. I said, I can't do that. That was the first thought that came in my head. Yep, I saw your wagging figure, just wagging it. No. But that reaction was based on what? It was based on fear, what happened before, or what would happen if I tried to do that? Futurizing, or as my sister would say, awfulizing. That's awfulizing. It's a thing. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I hope you have a blessed week. Don't forget about Golda and Gordon's celebration, anniversary, party let's call it a party. This coming Friday, 6 o'clock, and be there. Remember, our practitioners are available right after the service across the hall if you want a quick pick-me-up prayer. Let's stand, everyone, sing our closing song this month. Roll with it, baby.